Hi, I'm Ranger Joe, and welcome to the second installment of the Texas White House Past, Present, and Future. I'm excited to share with you how President Johnson acquired the Texas White House and how it became an important part of United States history. As you have learned in our last episode, Senator Johnson purchased a two-story home from his Aunt Frank Martin. When Senator Johnson purchased the house, it needed major renovation and repair before Lyndon and the family could move in. The initial repair and renovation of the house was completed in July 1952. However, Senator Johnson moved up in his political career. Many renovations came with it to accommodate the number of visitors that the family would entertain in the home. Lyndon B. Johnson would fly back and forth from Washington, D.C. to the Texas Hill Country to recharge his battery and improve his health. It was during these years that Lyndon B. Johnson's home in the Texas Hill Country began to take a new meaning for the Johnson family and for the many people who visited. Not only would Lyndon use this place to recharge his battery as a break from the hustle and bustle of Washington, D.C., but this ranch would become a center of political power during his time as president. President and Lady Bird Johnson believed and frequently said, "All the world is welcome" to the LBJ Ranch and Texas White House. They hosted many barbecues at the LBJ Ranch for foreign heads of state. During his presidency from 1963 to 1969, he spent 490 days, one quarter of his presidency, at the Texas White House. From the Texas White House, President Johnson held cabinet meetings and worked tirelessly to accomplish his political goals. As required by law, the Secret Service became a permanent presence, protecting the President and First Lady on a full-time basis at the LBJ Ranch. President Johnson was briefed by his staff on the front lawn of the Texas White House on subjects such as the Vietnam War, the Cold War with the Soviet Union, and domestic issues such as the war on poverty, civil rights movement, and the space race. Balancing their personal life from their public life, the home is where the Johnson family could be together as a family. The home was the place where President Johnson could relax and unwind by walking in the fields around his ranch, going on solitary drives in his vehicles, visiting with family and friends, and occasionally playing dominoes with friends. After the presidency, President Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson would live in the Texas White House on a permanent basis. President Johnson passed away on January 22, 1973. After President Johnson's death, Lady Bird Johnson established herself as the public face and the hostess of the Texas White House. The Texas White House was part of President Johnson's circle of life at the LBJ Ranch. He was born here, spent the most important parts of his life here, and he died here in his beloved big house on the river. Join us here for our next episode about Lady Bird Johnson and her influence in the Texas Hill Country and beyond.